Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Zombie Cat.
This is our review of The Walking Dead 7-inch scale Dwight action figure. And I don't think they're calling these color tops anymore because I don't see it saying color tops on it anywhere. I don't think the Negan said it either.
I don't think I ever cared.
I didn't really care either. I'm just mentioning it. I'm not calling it a color top because it doesn't say color tops. It's just a 7-inch action figure now. And it does look like he could be considered an action figure because he's got quite a few joints on there that I would say would make him an action figure. And this is one that people keep asking me. They're like, when are you reviewing Dwight? When? Dwight! Now! And it's like, I can't find him. I know he's a GameStop, but the GameStops here don't have him. And I checked one. They're like, yo, well, no, we don't have him, but there's one at this other one far away. And I'm like, oh. And I checked a week later, and they still said it was at that same one. So I finally drove out there and got it. Damn it! So there. Cheers.
Kicked your ass.
I'm reviewing Dwight finally. Cheers. You happy? Okay.
It's never enough.
No, it's never enough. Okay. Well, the box is. Who cares? Let's open this up. Okay, there he is, opened up. And we didn't put the crossbow in his hand yet because it was seeming like it's going to be kind of difficult to get it in his hand, so we'll do that in a little bit. But he also comes with a handgun, which we put into the holster. And I can actually get the little thing to snap in the hole there because lots of times when you wrap that little strap over, it doesn't want to go in the hole after the gun's in there, but it works on him, so that's cool. And there with his hands, he's showing how things can go into holes.
I'm a little bit sad that you can't get his hands close enough together to actually put his finger in the hole. You have to kind of push him. He's telling somebody about the birds and the bees.
Yep. But
maybe he's explaining to Negan how to please his wife.
Probably. Negan's probably like, yeah. But I think this is a pretty decent figure. It's one of the good 7-inch figures, I'd say. It looks like the guy. Lots of detail on him. And looks like a fair amount of articulation. Not as much as I would like, but still. He's got...
It's better than a lot of the other ones.
Yeah, he's got knee joints, hip joints, elbows, shoulders, wrists, ankles, head. That's about everything. Well,
it's super awesome that he has ankles.
Yeah.
That makes me happy. It sucks when they don't have ankles.
I know. Be nice if there's a torso joint and the hip. We'll go over articulation more in depth, but I think the hip articulation is limited. It's a little more like how the old 5-inch figures were. There wasn't much going on in the hips. But look at that face. I think it's a pretty good face. It does look like the guy, and I like the detail on his burn.
Yeah, it's done pretty well.
Looks like Freddy Krueger bit him on the face.
They did a good job on his eyes, too.
Yeah, I like the eyes.
With the little dark circles around him, because he is kind of gaunt. But the eyes are real bright blue.
Mm-hmm. He got his little scraggly beard and mustache. Looks like he can't quite grow it in, which is the way he looks on the show. He got his dirty dishwater hair, is that what you'd call it?
Scraggly hair?
Yeah, dishwater blonde or...
Yeah, it is kind of dishwater blonde.
Yeah, and got lots of beard painted on his neck like he needs to shave. It's cool.
He is a scraggly son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm. I think they did a pretty awesome job on him. I like the layers. I mean, it almost looks like this black jacket and the red shirt are two separate pieces of plastic. But they are the same. They're the same piece of plastic, but I don't like... They did a nice job with the layering there.
The only issue is if you look at it from the side, you can see how messy that red paint is. But from the front, you can't see it at all, so it's not a big deal.
I'm probably going to touch that up. But yeah.
It could be a lot worse, though. That's not a huge deal.
But it is separate from the body underneath. You can see that separate piece of plastic with his wife beater, and that looks good. I don't know what that is. It almost looks like he has a black belly button.
I don't think that's on purpose.
I don't think so, but it looks like a belly button, and it's right there.
Maybe it's a fly.
maybe. And I think the jacket, nice jacket detail. I like the highlights on it. Then you get down to his pants. It's a little funny in the torso. Almost looks like he has a diaper. But it's not too bad. It's only if you're focusing on it. But there's nice wrinkle details. And
yeah, if you sit and stare at his crotch for a while, it might get weird.
yeah. But it looks like there's some worn looking marks on here. Like he's got some dirty pants on. And I like the little touch where he's got the one pant legs up higher than the other. Like he's just, he don't give a shit. And his boots look good. Look like they're worn.
The boots are worn. The cuffs of the pants are nice and dirty too.
Yeah. So I think this is one of the better 7-inches they've done. Some of them are pretty good. Like they seem like Carl, and I thought Negan, at least the regular release, pretty good. So I'm glad they're getting better on these. I think the paint on the burn is pretty good. Maybe it could have blended slightly more where it turns from pink to regular skin color, but it's not too bad. And hair's pretty good. Hair's alright.
They did do that little weird thing on his forehead they sometimes do where there's like...
Oh yeah, it's...
the hair sticking underneath the other hair. It just looks kind of odd.
Mm-hmm. It looks like he's wearing a really shitty wig. Well, I guess go over articulation. So his head can go up and down about that far. Turn side to side. Tilt back and forth a little bit. Up to the shoulders. Can only go up about that far. This isn't very far. But it can go up. Looks odd. Then at the wrist it can spin there. And there's a hinge. I mean the elbow. I think I said wrist, but I meant elbow. At the wrist, I think it's just a ball joint at the wrist. It can spin, wiggle a little bit. Don't believe there's anything at the torso. Then down at the hips, that's about as much of a split you can do, which isn't much. That's about
how much you missed?
Far forward and far back you can go, which isn't much. Could spin there though.
Well, that's super useful. You can put his leg on backwards, but
yeah.
He can't kick anyone.
Nope. And then at the knee, you could spin at the knee. And there's a hinge there. It goes a little less than 90 degrees. And then at the ankles, I think it's a ball joint. I think. But it doesn't really, you can't really turn it.
It's those thick cuffs probably.
Yeah.
In the way.
Can't really turn it side to side, but you can wiggle it. So articulation is okay. It's not amazing. I mean, it's better than the Rick and Michonne, the first two Walking Dead color tops, but it's not amazing. It's not as good as I'd like it to be. So here's Dwight's handgun. And it's just a fairly plain handgun. Sucks he doesn't really have a trigger finger. I mean, he kind of does there, but you can't really get it in there. And well, maybe you could bend his finger into there. That might work. That hand, the fingers are separated, but you can't really get it into the trigger very good. So if you bend his finger a little bit, it will go in there. So that's cool. So here's Daryl's crossbow that he stole. And I imagine it's the exact same sculpt as it should be. Paint's pretty much the same. The color's slightly different, but they painted the arrows a little different. There's no green ones on this one.
Just orange and white.
Pretty much the same. Now we gotta try to get it in his hand, which seemed difficult when we first tried it. Okay, it wasn't too terrible to get his hands on this crossbow.
He's got to get his thumbs popped in there.
Yeah. His fingers are a little bit flexible. They're stiff at first, but once you move them around, it works. And like you can see, I got it in two hands, so that's cool. So that's cool that he comes with Daryl's crossbow. They could have just not gave you one and assumed you had the other Daryl, or had assumed he had Daryl already and just used his crossbow. But that's cool. And I can't remember for sure, but I think he still has it in the show at this point. I don't remember if Daryl got it back. I don't think he did. I think Dwight still has the crossbow.
I want to say that I agree with you, but I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, I don't either. If he got his crossbow back, I don't know when he did it, because he escaped, and I don't think he would have been able to go get his crossbow.
Maybe it was just sitting on his bike for no reason.
Maybe. Did he even get his bike back, though? I can't remember, damn it. Well, I was just getting my Daryl ready to compare, and his wrist broke. I thought at first it popped off, but nope, it broke. I was just trying to get his crossbow up like that, and the little peg snapped off very easily, which really sucks. So I guess I'm going to probably have to glue it. I'll probably try to get it in place for the review. So there, the hand still broke, but I just kind of got it sitting there. There you can see them both with their crossbows. And I was wondering if Dwight was still wearing Daryl's vest, but no, he's not. So that's good, because I was hoping they weren't, because I don't want them both to be wearing the same outfit or the same vest, because then it wouldn't make sense.
Maybe they're twinsies.
Maybe. I don't know if these guys are still going to be enemies, because it seemed like they might be kind of buddies now. Sort of buddies. But in a way, I still want to see them like fight at some point. Have a crossbow fight.
It's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
Where they shoot each other with crossbows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picturing them both walking around like pincushions with arrows sticking out everywhere.
Just
Like...
that'd be pretty cool. It looks like Dwight is taller than Daryl. I'm not sure if he should be. I really don't know.
They could do like a motorcycle riding crossbow joust.
Yeah.
Where they drive at each other and shoot arrows as they pass.
That'd be pretty cool. And there's Negan next to Dwight. Or Dwight next to Negan is how I should have said that. That's cool. Oh, this is the one I painted a shirt white because I just thought a shirt should have been white.
I do like it better white. I didn't know if I would, but I do.
And there's bloody Negan next to Dwight. So there's all of the main TV shows, 7-inch figures so far that have been released. We got an Ezekiel coming up and a Prisoner Dwight. But these are all the ones released right now.
Prisoner Daryl?
Prisoner Daryl was what I meant. There was supposed to be a 7-inch Jesus, but he was like pushed back or for whatever reason. I think I heard, I don't know if it's true, but I heard they're going to change his pose. But yeah, that's cool seeing them all together. That's one of my favorite things about these 7-inches. Is they look really good when they're all standing next to each other. Oh, we didn't mention, but he comes with the base. Whoop-de-doo. I don't even know if that's the right base. It's just they're all laying.
They all look the damn same.
Yeah, I mean there's a couple different ones. There's 2 different versions that the Walking Dead ones have, but who cares?
I think they just want to make sure everything says AMC on it.
Yeah.
AMC likes to put AMC on fucking everything.
Mm-hmm. But I do like this figure. I think the sculpt and paint on him is pretty good. Articulation is okay. It's not great.
It's not great, but it's not disappointing considering that's like what we're used to now.
Yeah.
With these.
I wanted to improve more though.
Yeah, it would be great if it got better, but at least it's better than it used to be.
Mm-hmm. Well, I like it. I got this at GameStop, so check there. I thought he would have been at Toys R Us by now, but I haven't heard anybody finding them there yet. Well, it's Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Zombie Cat.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
He's Merle now. He wanted to be like his brother, so he just rejected his hand.
Now he's going to get a blade, or maybe just his crossbow attached to his arm.
When do I get my pokey thing?
He'll just have an arrow attached to it.
Oh, damn it, man. You see them other pictures there? Why don't you click on one of them to see the video? Or you could subscribe, Nate. Oh.